All right, time for the solution walkthrough to our fields parameter assignment. And remember, goal here was to add a new parameter to our customer detail report containing two measures, total customers and average revenue per customer. And then we're going to tie that into the y-axis for this line chart here on our report page so that Chad and Vlad both get to see the metrics that they want. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. We're going to head to Modeling, New Parameter, Fields. And let's start by giving this a nice descriptive name like Customer Metric Selection. And we're just going to pull in those two fields that we need. We need total customers and we need that average revenue per customer right here. So we've got the two measures. We've checked that we want to add the slicer to the page. Let's go ahead and click Create. Now Power BI is going to do all sorts of hard work. It's creating the slicer, it's writing that DAX, it's creating a new table, and there we go. Got that slicer with the two metrics that we've selected. Next up, we need to do some formatting on that slicer. And remember, in our objectives, we wanted to use a tile style, and we wanted to activate single select and turn off that slicer header, like so. And now if we kind of just click and drag, we can change the layout of these tiles. In this case, let's do something like this, a nice horizontal layout. I'm going to pull it right up here for now in the top corner of the chart, and we've got our slicer. Now if we head to the data pane, we'll see that customer metric selection table with that new measure created, which we can see the DAX right here. Next step was to just simplify the labeling, so instead of average revenue per customer, we just display it as revenue per customer. Press enter to update that measure. And this should update the slicer, which it does. Let's go ahead and resize our line chart a bit. And then all we're going to do is basically just configure the y-axis here to pull in the selected value from our slicer. And I just want to bring this to the front. And I just want to resize this a little bit. Looks like it's getting just a little bit cut off. That's better. So let's head to our chart. And all we're going to do is swap out total customers on our y-axis and pull in that brand new customer metric selection measure right here. There we go. And now let's give this a little bit of a test. So we're showing total customers, which looks right. This is the familiar view we've been seeing all along. If we toggle to revenue per customer, now we see that totally new metric displayed here. Kind of an interesting trend where we see, an influx of new customers. Maybe they're purchasing lower priced products, which is bringing down the revenue per customer. Some interesting patterns and trends to explore there. But we've done the hard part now. Now just to kind of clean things up a little bit, we can reformat our chart. Let's open up that formatting pane, head to lines, and here we've got revenue per customer selected. Let's make this kind of that bright blue. And then we can go ahead and select total customers, go back to our line chart format. And this one could be our default gray. Now, last thing is the chart title. Now, in our objectives, we said you could simply turn it off like so, and that would be just fine because we've got our slicer right here. It's very clear what metric you're looking at. It's clearly associated with the line chart. But just so you know, there's another option here which is interesting, which is to keep the title active. And instead of hard coding that title with text, you can click this FX icon and we can base the title on a field value and select that customer metric selection measure. It's going to summarize to first, which is fine. Press OK. And now that title becomes dynamic. So total customers or revenue per customer. So that's another totally valid approach you can take. For now, I'm just going to turn it off, but good to keep that tip in your back pocket. So let's just resize a little bit more like so. And there you have it. That's your solution walkthrough for your fields parameter assignment.